Take two, take two. Is this live? Is this actually functioning as it is intended? Gotta let it burn. What's going on, stim junkies? Hi, Stim Ace in the house. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. So what happened was that this review was actually supposed to go out yesterday. And unfortunately, I had a little bit of technical difficulties with my microphone. As you can see now, I am using my wireless mic, which thankfully works pretty well for the most part. But yesterday, when I was recording this review, I used my wired mic, which I used a couple of times in the past. Never had any issues with it, but I'm running a new phone right now, guys. I got the Galaxy S22 Plus, quite an upgrade from my old S10, if I do say so myself. But what happens is there's no more auxiliary ports, and my microphone was auxiliary port based. So I had to get a converter to get the auxiliary into a USB-C and then into my phone. Now, when I tested it out, everything seemed to work okay. The audio was clear. There was no issues. But when I finished recording the entire video, which was about 17 minutes, the whole audio was completely off. It sounded like Stim Ace was being choked to death while attempting to record a review. Everything was super muffled, sounded like there was a bag over my face. And, you know, I even tried the whole day today while I was at work to clear up the audio. I even hit up a couple of my tech-savvy friends, and man, they tried, but we just couldn't get it done, guys. It was not meant to be. So in typical Stim Ace fashion, I am here in the studio, round two. We're going to do this right because you guys, my beloved community, deserve nothing but the very best. So I would never half-ass a review and just put it out there just for the sake of putting out content. That's not how we do things on the channel, guys. You deserve at least decent audio quality and me being at 110% each and every time. But enough with my yappering, guys. You came here to watch a review for a really, really cool pre-workout that I got sent out by Huge Supplements. So this right here is the Enraged pre-workout, the older brother to the original pre-workout. As you can see, the Panther here is missing half of his face. So you know that this is going to be a hardcore experience. And this is what they are marketing this as. This is supposed to be their high stim pre-workout, the original Rect being their more all-around balance kind of pre-workout. I did review the original Rect before I was even affiliated with Huge Supplements. You guys can go on my pre-workout reviews playlist. I'm going to link it in the video description below. You can watch the OG Rect review, which I did drop about 3.5, maybe 4 months ago at this point. Time flies so fast when you're having fun, guys. But anyway, this here is their take on a high stim pre-workout. There is essentially no pumps in here, literally nothing. And some people may be unhappy about that. You guys like being swole and juicy in the gym. But I personally like the fact that we have this option here. This is very reminiscent of Flame from Dark Labs or Psychotic from Insane Labs, where you're getting just a stim package and you can stack your own pumps on top of it. So I did precisely that. The first time I ran this, I did run it on its own because I wanted to get the full experience. I didn't want to take anything away from the pre-workout. I wanted to just be 100% on the Enraged train and really see how it affected me in the gym on its own without anything being added on top of it. The second time I ran Enraged, I paired it with their iconic pump serum, another product that they did send out to me. This is way more than just a pump formula. Not only does this provide crazy pumps, but there's nootropics in here for focus and some ingredients for strength output. I'm going to be reviewing this on its own because this one definitely merits its own review, but I did stack these two together for the second time running the pre-workout. And the very last time I did run this pre-workout, I stacked the Magnify nitric oxide supporting pump caps, which are really, really a good option for those days where you don't want to take something heavy, a double scoop of a crazy pump formula. This here is lightweight, 6 caps, stacking on top of any pre-workout, and you got yourself nasty vein-splitting pumps while you're at the gym. So all in all, I ran this pre-workout a grand total of 3 times. That's how I like doing it on the channel, guys. I'm going to run something at least 2 or 3 times before dropping my review. I'm going to break down this label. I'm going to tell you my experience and I'm going to tell you whether there was a difference running it with those 2 specific pump products. Again, guys, you can pair whatever the heck you want on this. It's your pre-workouts. It's your money. I'm just here to give it to you straight and tell you whether it's worth picking up this pre-workout. So is it worth picking up Enraged in 2024? Let's talk about it. Okay, guys, I don't want to waste any more time. The intro was already long enough as it is. Let's get down to breaking down this label. And this does do the typical 40-20 thing that we know a lot of companies do. We're Stim Junkies, guys. We're going to take the full dose. So we're going to take 2 scoops, and that is going to yield 9.06 grams. And I'm happy to say the scooper was exactly on the money. I did weigh it out all 3 times, and it really is on the money each and every time. 1 scoop will yield 4.53 grams, and 2 scoops gives you 9.06. I rounded off to 10, but I got about 9.1 for 2 scoops, meaning they got it right exactly how they needed to get it. So, okay, let's talk about this label. We begin with sodium at 80 milligrams, beta-alanine 4,000 milligrams. So you're definitely going to be feeling the tingles on this one, theoretically. We got alpha GBC 50% yield at 1,000 milligrams, nice nootropic sense, a little bit of a head high, a little bit of a buzz to get you going in the gym, to lock you in, zone you in, if you will. We got N-phenyl dimethylamine citrate 350 milligrams, the beautiful, delightful Enraged. A lot of companies are moving away from DMHA. And one thing I really love about huge supplements is, despite the fact that they're a very, very massive company, very popular with a lot of mainstream appeal, they still got Enraged in their products, okay? There's certain companies out there, I'm not going to mention names, but they're trying to go full compliant, right? And they remove the Enraged from their pre-workouts. Gorilla mode. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, they do keep the Orion here. They know that the Stim Junkie community loves the Enraged, and they're not going to dare take it away from us. We got caffeine anhydrous coming in at 300 milligrams. Nice dose, 45-minute to about an hour shelf life right there. The way I like it, 300 milligrams is perfect. Dicaffeine malate to elongate that caffeine stimulation, 100 milligrams. So we are up to 400 grams of total caffeine thus far. And then we got caffeine citrate at 50 milligrams just to give you that uppercut, to get you started 5 minutes into your workout. You're going to be feeling this one 5 to 10 minutes in. So total 450 milligrams of caffeine. So teetering on the Stim Junkie realm, depending on what you view as a high dose. But 450 total, not bad. I'm with it. We have halostastin coming in next at 50 milligrams, the little cousin to ephedrine. Not quite on the level of ephedrine, but I like me some halostastin, and you don't get to see that in a lot of pre-workouts in this day and age. So it's a very unique and exotic stimulant that, unfortunately, you don't see that often. I like the fact that they're using it in here. And then we have 35 milligrams of huperzine A at 1%, which is really a nice dose. I like it. Really provides that clear-headed focus to zone you in at the gym. And we do have the isopropyl synephrine coming in at 25 milligrams to get the thermogenesis going in your body, get you sweating. I'm sweating, guys, in case you can't tell, but it has nothing to do with the synephrine. I didn't take this today, guys. I just got back from work, but it's hot as heck outside. It's about 90 degrees here in New York City, and man, it's rough, but it's good for the cut, so I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, lastly, we do have the black pepper fruit extract at 10 milligrams just to help bring everything together, help with the absorption, and help get the most efficient use out of all these ingredients. So overall, we got a nice little stim blend here. Nothing too crazy. It's a light scoop coming in at under 5 grams per scoop. Again, 9.06 grams for the 2 scoop dose, which is really good. It's light on the stomach. And I did forget to mention the flavor here is apple. As you can see, it is a green apple flavor. It's on the natural side. It doesn't have that synthetic green apple candy, Jolly Rancher kind of flavor, which a lot of apple flavors do seem to go down that candy route. This one here is a little bit more natural tasting, and in general, from what I've tasted from huge supplements, a lot of their products do have more of a natural taste. Of course, I can't vouch for all their products because I've only started dabbling with their stuff recently, now that I've become affiliated with them. But from what I had so far, there's been no complaints. I like it. It tastes solid, it's mild, it's uneventful, definitely no gag reflex, nothing like that. It goes down easily, and it stays down, which is a good thing. We don't want to be puking all over the gym floor. So after running it 3 times, I did notice slight differences depending on what you paired with. 95% of the experience will be the same. You feel this within 10 minutes. You take it, you feel the caffeine citrate within about 5 to 8 minutes. You start getting a little bit energized, and you feel a nice little rise in mood, getting in that good mood elevation to get you going in the gym, put you in the proper positive headspace. You get your music going, you head to the gym, and if you're there within a couple of minutes, you're going to be itching to go. You're going to feel the beta-alanine coming in. It's definitely prominent. Definitely not the most intense beta tingles I've ever had, but you feel them throughout your body. lasts about 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes. Each and every time I took it, it felt more or less the same. Not too intense, but definitely there letting you know that things are starting to cook in your system. Now, the thing I noticed within the 12 to 15 minute mark is that focus, that nootropic sense coming in, and probably has to do with the alpha GBC. I love that ingredient, and when it's properly sourced, you really do notice a difference. Once you warm up with a couple of sets, it took me about 3 sets to really warm up and get to my working sets. The Genesis came in and the mood elevation really started building up, and I felt great, man. Now, there was no pumps on here whatsoever, but the first time I took it, it hit me really hard, probably because the lack of blood circulating ingredients, and therefore it really hit me very hard. A lot of times when you pair a pump product on a stim only blend, it can lessen the stimulatory effects of the pre-workout, and that did actually happen. I'm going to tell you which product did that for me, but the first time I definitely felt it the hardest on its own. The pumps were surprisingly solid despite there being essentially no pump ingredients in here, but you're going to be working hard and you're going to build up a natural pump if you know what you're doing. Tight muscle contraction, time under tension, full range of motion, all that good stuff. You're going to build a good pump regardless. But in terms of actual extended pumps from ingredients such as citrulline or glycerol, it's obviously not in here. So the second time I did pair it with the pump serum, which is an incredible product. And like I said, I am going to run this on its own a couple more times or paired with a few other things before dropping my review. This one will be reviewed on its own. It definitely merits its own review. This is a special product. There's a lot of great pump ingredients in here. Not going to go through everything, but you do have some more nootropics in here, focus ingredients, and you do have some strength output ingredients in here as well. This is a great pre-workout, guys, a non-stim pre-workout. This is much more than just a pump formula. But anyway, it's a very heavy scoop. It's actually 2 scoops, which does come in at 29 grams. I did pair it together with the Enraged. Took the pump formula on its own about 35 minutes before starting to train, and then I did take the Enraged maybe 10 minutes before training. Now, obviously, the pumps were next level crazy because there's a lot of incredible ingredients in here. You got pomegranate juice, beetroot extract, glycerol, citrulline. It's a freaking incredible product, but I did notice that it lessened the stimulatory effects because the second time I took it, it definitely felt about 80% as strong as the first time where I took it just on its own, straight after work and straight to the gym. So if you do pair it with a heavy pump-focused kind of product that really helps with that blood circulation and blood oxidation, then you might reduce the stimulatory effects just a little bit. But if you guys are looking to just go to the gym, get in a good workout without being too stimmed out, too in your head, then it's no problem because you're still going to feel it. It's not going to take away the entire effect, but it's definitely going to lessen it a little bit. So keep that in mind. Now, the third and final time I did run the Enraged, I paired the Magnify pump caps. And to me, this right here is the ultimate combination because you got 6 of these caps to take per serving. They're very light. They go down easily. There's no issues whatsoever. So I take 2, 2, and 2 to get a grand total of 6. Once again, I take it about 45 minutes prior to training, let those ingredients saturate in your body, let your body absorb everything properly, and then 10, 12 minutes before the actual training, I will take the pre-workout itself. Now, you get crazy pumps on this. I don't have any pictures right off the bat, and again, just like I plan on reviewing the pump serum on its own, I will also be running the Magnify on its own. We'll be reviewing these 2 individually because they do both merit their own reviews. Right now, I'm just giving you a little bit of a teaser and telling you how it worked when synergizing with the Enraged. Now, the Magnify Enraged combo is my personal favorite, and probably because there's a lot less pump ingredients in there. It's just the bare essentials, a lot of nitric oxide support, but no citrulline. So there isn't enough blood flow ingredients in there to offset the stim effect from the pre-workout. So for me, it's the best of both worlds. You're getting the bloody, juicy, vein-splitting pumps, and you're also going to get the full 100% capacity effect from the pre-workout itself. So you're winning. So for me, that is the perfect combination. Plus, with the pump serum, like I said, it's a heavy scoop. I have no issues with heavy scoops, but for some people that may be sensitive, it might bloat you a little bit. It might sit heavy on your stomach, and it could affect the training, at least initially. Now, when you're taking these caps, they're super light. There's no issue with these going down whatsoever. The double scoop in here is really light as well, so there's no problems. You're not going to feel any heaviness in your system. You're going to be ready to go. So this right here, guys, is the ultimate combination. Overall, I really enjoyed the Enraged pre-workout. I think it was a phenomenal experience, and despite the fact that I still like the OG Rect a little bit more, this is great for when you want to experiment a little bit. You guys want a pure stim-only blend that you could stack your own things with, whether it's glycerol liquid or citrulline-based pump product, or maybe even a non-stim pump-focused kind of pre-workout, such as the pump serum. Guys, you can pick up all these incredible products over at hugesupplements.com, and you can use my discount code ACE10. That's going to save you 10% site-wide and help support this channel. If you guys enjoyed this review and appreciate the fact that I re-recorded my entire review from scratch just to get it right for you guys, don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Share the video with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We are on the road to 1,000. There's going to be an epic giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers, and you guys might be the lucky winners, so you never know. Do your part, share the channel, and maybe you will reap the benefits. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.